Hello everybody, it's Alison from DigiTeach Online, and today I have a really amazing video for you. I'm going to be showing you the exact steps and tools, and most of all the strategy I use to create 40k in 4 days, and it's really doable. So let's have a look at basically what I do. Now, before we get started, I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I've created. I own my own brands, not just businesses, but brands, and I've been doing it for over 10 years. So I thought it'd be really good just to show you, just so you know that I know what I'm talking about. So the majority of my businesses and brands are definitely in the educational world. So it started with children, then adults, and then obviously teaching adults not just how to learn a language, but actually how to create, launch, grow, and market their own businesses. I have done it in digital products and educational businesses for coaches, online courses, that sort of thing. But actually, I have product-based businesses now as well. So I'm helping people also grow product-based businesses. And I sell pretty much everything directly from my own website, direct to consumer. No Etsy, no middleman, all the profit for me. So let me walk you through my simple strategy when I'm going big time for 40k in 40 days. Let's go. So as I said, this is particularly useful if you're selling digital products or an online service. So coaches, consultants, tutors, teachers, that sort of thing. You can do it obviously with physical products as well, although because of physical products have packaging costs and delivery costs and all the rest of it, you do actually have to go a lot stronger and actually probably have a lot more behind you with ad spend. This predominantly is going to be done completely organically, so I'm going to show you exactly what I do. So in the marketing world, we call this the 4-day cash machine, and that's basically because you send a sequence of emails, which I'm going to show you exactly how to do and set up in a moment, but you do it over 4 days. Now, what most people do when they're trying to sell an online coaching program, a course, or something like that, is they go straight in for the hard kill. They basically want someone who doesn't know anything about them to buy something from them. And most people just don't do that online, especially if it's something that's a few hundred or a few $1,000s. Although I'm from the UK, I always speak in dollars when I'm talking about marketing and sales, because all of my sales are international and everybody knows you sell everything really in dollars when you work online like that. So I basically have a sequence that is based around a strategy, and this is basically my 5-step strategy. So to get started, you need an offer. Now, if you want to actually create income and sales in 4 days, this offer needs to be really, really good. Not something weak, not something that everybody else is doing or that people can get from anywhere else. This has to be really 100% irresistible. Now, let me give you some examples of how you can take something that you already sell and make it really irresistible. Most of the time, when you're selling something of serious value, people normally want to learn something from you. For example, myself, for my adult students, where I'm teaching them how to create, launch and grow their own online businesses based around digital products, so courses, workbooks, and then perhaps even into publishing and things like that, and coaching. I make my offer irresistible by actually offering myself. So not only do they get access to my online training, but within that they can actually book 1-hour consultation slots with me, and I can literally dive into their business. So for people that want to learn how to create, launch and grow their online business, that is invaluable. And I work from all over the world, with people from all over the world, because obviously we can do everything online today. So I can literally dive inside their website, into their blogs, into their funnels. I can look at their data analytics. I can even look at the code on their website if something's not working right. I can look into their branding. I can give them ideas on all of these different things on how to make what they already have better, because I've done it. So that for lots of people is really invaluable. One thing I will say is don't sell something that you can't deliver. Okay, so obviously I've created lots of products over the years, and I have lots of businesses and brands that I've built over the years, so I can deliver that. So I have probably like a good 15 years now in online e-commerce in all sorts of ways, with digital products, but also from actual physical products. So people know when they book an hour slot with me, they're going to get amazing value. So for some people, that's massively, like, that's really irresistible. Think about it. If you've got a problem that you're trying to solve and you just don't know how to do it, you can go and speak to a real expert and they'll know the answer within 10 minutes. Okay, now that is worth, like, that's just gold for people that just want to get on with their business, solve the problem and move on to their next challenge. So for me, as I said, one of my like making my offer irresistible is saying, this is my program. Not only am I going to discount it for you for a certain period of time, I normally do it over the 4 days, but I'm also going to enable within the program a booking service so you can actually book 1 hour slots with me, and I will give you maybe 4 hours. So that is amazing. This is one-to-one. This isn't in a Facebook group with 5,000 other people. This is literally one-to-one, where they can share their screen with me. I can share my screen with them. It's gold. So think about how can you make your offer really, really irresistible. And remember, I have to keep saying, if you want to create this online income in 4 days, it has to be irresistible. But all the time that you're making it irresistible, you've got to have that time element with it as well. Know that they can only get it with these 4 days, and make that also real. Okay, so don't mark up whatever you're selling just because you want to reduce it by 50%. Make it a real, genuine offer. Mine, for example, on Black Friday, my Teacherpreneur Evolution program is more than half price. I think I take it down to $497 or $397, and it's like over $1,000. So they are getting like a massive value, and they can have me for 4 hours to work out whatever it is that they need working out. Okay, so the next element is the reason why. So what is it that you can do for them? What is it that is, one, going to make it an amazing offer and irresistible, but you've also got to tie into that why it's important for them. So ideally you need to be solving a big problem that they have. So think about the pain points of your audience. So I'll give you an example of one of mine. I used to work as a teacher within doing different things within my businesses, and one of the things I built was obviously my own online language school. I did one for children and one for adults, and I found that lots of tutors, even online tutors and teachers, just don't know how to market themselves and their business so that they're getting sales and bookings on automation all the time internationally. They also don't know how to create really good digital products that also sell all the time whenever they're asleep, or 24 hours a day, that people are going to want to buy. So teachers are good normally at doing one thing, and that's teaching, but when it comes to business branding, creating amazing products and actually knowing how to sell all of that in a really professional way, they're not so great at doing that. So I created a program that showed them exactly how to do that. Now, what made my program, or what makes my program, I should say, different from anyone else is that I'm still doing that today. Those language schools are still there today. And when they're inside my program, they get proof of that. I reveal to them what my language schools are, what my businesses are. So they can actually go and check this out. They can go onto Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and see me doing lives and seeing like some of my colleagues and my staff doing lives. They can go onto my website. They can see the programs that I'm selling. They can see the products that I'm selling. So the reason why is that I can show you how to do this because one, not only have I done it, but two, I'm still doing it. And thirdly, I monetize on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, which means I get paid for every single element of my content. This is before content creation came out, and Facebook and TikTok were paying quite a lot of people anyway for their reels. So I was already there doing that like 2 years before. So I know what they need to do because I am still doing it. I have done it, and I have overcome a lot of the problems that lots of people would come across. So that is the reason why I'm going to solve a problem. I'm going to speed up the process for them and save them a lot of time and money. And who doesn't want that? Okay, so the next thing is the offer. I don't know why I said offer. Offer is number one. It's the process. I got myself mixed up there. I get so excited about this sometimes that I just like, yeah. Anyway, it's the process. So in order to make your offer irresistible and also solve a problem that people have, to help them build even more confidence with you, because don't forget, you're doing this in 4 days, you have to reveal parts of the process. You have to show them, you have to convince them through evidence-based results, techniques, methods, know-how, the processes that you do know what you're talking about and you can deliver what you say you can do. So that is really, really important. So I'm going to show you in a little minute how we're going to do some of that. But ultimately, all of this brings you on to point number 5, which is the result. Okay, you want to have a result at the end of these 4 days. You don't want to see like 0 on your financial dashboard. You want to see a result. You want to see money in there. But more importantly to that, you want to have built like and trust and confidence in the people, because when someone buys from you, especially when it comes to an online course or a program, if they buy from you once, they're likely to buy from you again if you provide all of these things and if you are really genuine about helping people and continuing to help people. So most of my courses and programs have been around for years, and I actually evidence that obviously through my YouTube channel, but more I think from my blog. My blog I've been writing for years, and people can see that I've been doing this a long time. And inside of my blog I actually put videos, my YouTube and all sorts of other things, so they are convinced that yeah, I'm not a fly by night. I've been doing this a long time. I know what I'm talking about because, you know, I have the actual products and the businesses and the brands to prove it. And I can really help them do this quickly and, you know, pretty much painlessly. So let's have a little look at how we're going to do all of this. Okay, so to do this, in fact, to run all of my businesses, I use one thing and one thing only, and that is Kartra. So what you're seeing here, I'm inside of Kartra, and basically it's basically everything. It's my website builder, it's my email marketing, it's where people, I have a course builder and everything inside of here. I have my calendar, as you can see, where people can book one-to-ones with me. It is where I store all of my videos for my trainings, and I even have an integrated 24-hour help desk for absolutely anyone and everything. And there you go. So it's really amazing. It makes my life very easy because everything works. It's not like clunky, like trying to stick together 10 pieces of software with some duct tape and it just giving you endless problems. And to also, the cherry on the cake is that it's so affordable. So if you don't already use Kartra and you want to use Kartra, I will leave a link down below. I am also an affiliate for Kartra because I think it is amazing. And over on my blog, I've written loads of articles about Kartra. I've even done a price comparison actually with WordPress, and everything that Kartra gives you that you will use if you are an online course creator or an online coach or an online teacher or tutor who wants to freelance, or basically just a freelancing professional. You know, it's going to cost you about £2,000 a month on WordPress. And I'm not joking, because I've done a complete breakdown of all the apps, all the third-party plugins and all the other stuff which is payable. And I think the baseline in Kartra is $79 a month. I mean, with everyone I have on my email subscriber list, I would probably pay that alone at ConvertKit just for my email subscribers. So for the same price, I have absolutely everything, and you can run multiple businesses from this. All of these pages, by the way, I just drop into actually my own websites, because I already had WordPress websites. So I literally build all my pages here in Kartra, and I just literally drag and drop it into WordPress. I'm going to give you an example actually of what that looks like. So here we go. This is like one of my pages for Teacherpreneurs Online. And as you can see, look at this. It just looks beautiful. It's so professional. It's really nice. This probably took me, I mean, to be fair, I think it probably took me about 4 hours, 5 hours to build completely from nothing. And then basically, because I have multiple products that relate to this, I then literally cloned this page, and this has started to build, you know, like part of my brand. So well, it is my brand. So basically all of my pages are branded like this. So they all have this shape, and it's just different colors behind. All of the logos are pretty similar because it's all part of a relatable brand. And there we go. Right. Enough of that. Let me go back to how you do the 4-day cash machine. But I just wanted to show you kind of how clean and easy and nice it looks. Okay, so if you've never used Kartra before, or you're not used to Kartra, and you don't really know how to do make all of your web pages and things look amazing like this, then do not worry, because there is something which is called Kartra Campaigns, and I'm going to show you exactly what that is now. And this is all included completely for free with Kartra. So it's really good if you are new to doing any of this. I mean, to be fair, I have used other platforms like ClickFunnels and other things like that before, but I was just so amazed with the value of Kartra that, yeah, I changed to Kartra and I haven't looked back. I've been with them for years. Okay, so what we're seeing here is like a complete section. It's like a massive library, as you can see, of campaigns. Now, these are the Kartra campaigns, but I've actually obviously got a whole load of campaigns that I've created myself for my brands and for my businesses. So like I have a complete marketing suite for teachers and coaches, where I've built all their funnels, I've built everything for them, and they literally just drag and drop their logo onto it. But the one that I want to show you today is this one here, blah blah blah, which is the 4-day cash machine. Now, this is so simple. Once you have a Kartra account, I'm going to show you exactly what you do. You click on this deploy button, and this literally then takes this campaign from this page into your Kartra account, and it gives you a whole tutorial on how to build it, and it gives you all the elements to build it. So let me show you. Okay, as you can see, it's deploying all of these assets into my account, and then we should be good to go.
From here,
okay, as you can see here, there is like a complete tutorial. It takes you through how to do everything, and it even, as you're doing it, it won't let you go on to the next step until you've actually done it, and it has these handy little reminders. So let me show you. Love this. I get it. No need to show me again. It's so cool. So if I flip from the Kartra campaigns, which were here, just show you again. If I flip from the Kartra available campaigns to my ones, which are here, my campaigns here. Oh, okay, there we go. You can literally then click on here and start using the 4-day cash machine. Now this is where Kartra really comes into its own compared to any other type of software. So let me show you. Not only does it tell you how to create the 4-day cash machine and give you a little tutorial, but you click on here and it tells you all the different things that you need. So there are 6 pages, 3 tags, 1 product, so whatever digital product you're going to sell, ideally to 2 email lists, 1 email sequence going over 4 days, and obviously 1 set of automation. Now, if you were trying to do this on WordPress, or another website, you would have to build that all yourself. And believe you me, I do build websites and I have done it all. I've done this all manually myself, and it's possible, but it takes freaking hours. In fact, it takes days. I can, at the click of a button, now click on this and Kartra will literally put this all together, and all I have to do is fill in the blanks. Let me show you how. Okay, here we have the 4-day cash machine. Okay, and as you can see, there are 6 main tutorials here, and it's literally, let me pop into one to show you. They literally have the whole tutorial there, and it tells you you've literally got to drag and drop your video in there. They've done everything. They've set up the page, they've put all this type in here, they've put all the buttons in, they've done everything. All you have to do is change whatever you want to write and maybe change the color of the buttons if that's what you want to do, and that's it. Now, that is not just the best bit. They completely take care of the automation. So normally, well, for example, in the 4-day cash machine, we're going to be sending an email, every single day for 4 days. We're going to be sending an email now, and it's all linked back to the main page, the one that you've just seen there. Now, normally, as I said, it would be really difficult if you had to do that yourself unless you had experience, but they make it so easy. And the other thing I love are the Kartra checkouts. How many times have you gone to buy something on a website that isn't massive like Amazon, and you get to the checkout and something glitches, something's clunky, and then you go, oh, I'm not sure is this a bit dodgy? And you go off of it and you don't buy. The amount of non-sales or the lost sales people get because of this is unbelievable. This is all done for you. All of this page is done for you. Again, you change your product, you change all of this, you can edit, all of the product here, everything here you can edit. It's just so easy. So what Kartra want you to do is focus on making really good digital products, really good online courses, really good coaching programs, really good workbooks, whatever it is you do, courses, and they take care of all the tech. And I'll tell you something else. Included in the Kartra, the Kartra subscription, you have your own tech team. This is gold, because when I was building out my language school, I first of all did it with a developer. This is way before I went with Kartra, and it cost me thousands. If I needed a little thing doing because there was something wrong, it would cost me thousands, and I'd have to do it as well at his availability. Sometimes I had to wait 3 months, which is no good to me because I'm losing money. If there's an issue and people can't pay, or there's an issue with checkout or something like that, if I'm having to wait 3 months because good developers are normally well booked up, that's just I'm losing money. So with Kartra, that you have your own tech team. They have a tech service, and it's all included in the price. So there's no issues with pages not working, coding not working, things not syncing, bits of code being lost and broken and basically buggering up your business. No, you don't get any of that with Kartra. Okay, now again, where Kartra really comes into its own is in the email sequencing. I mean, I'm just fanatical about Kartra. I love it so much because it makes my life so much easier. When you've had to do these things manually and work out how it all goes together manually, it does take time. This is just loading the sequence builder, okay, for the 4 emails. This is how easy it is. Now I'm just going to do one with you to show you how easy it is, okay? So we've basically got the 4 emails there, okay? The 4 emails, and then obviously we're going to complete. So it literally lands on your dashboard like this. This is a communication center, which is all again included in Kartra. You pay one, it's all included, okay? So here we go. We have your starting rules, and I am, so my starting rule is that the minute they land on the lead page you saw with the video and they put in their name and address, then they start getting these emails, okay? So for example, on that page, I would have said, you know, that's where my amazing offer. Yeah, just a quick flashback to this. This is basically how we're putting this together. So the start here, the starting rule here is the offer. Okay, that's why you've got this little price tag. So that is the starting rule here. And we're going to start on the first email of making the offer. The second email, we're going to be reminding them of the offer. We're going to make it even more irresistible. The third email, we're going to do number 1, number 2, then we're going to put the reason why. And then number 4, we're going to remake the offer again, but that's when you're going to add in the bonus, so you can actually have the extra whatever it is that you're going to add as well. And then hopefully by the time you've done that, if you've done all the other steps correctly, you will get the result that you are looking for. So to do this, you simply click on the buttons and you can go edit. So we're going to click on edit and it should bring up the email, if my memory serves me right. Here we go. So we've got here, it's called the 4-day cash machine, but you can obviously change that. So everywhere where you see these little pencils, you can change it. Now, one of the things I really like, right, is that you can also choose when you're going to send this email. Now, this is really important. You know, when you click on something, someone's made you an offer. For example, we're making an offer. You're making an offer to someone. Click on this, fill in your details and you'll get instant access. And the amount of times I've done that and I don't get instant access, that's it. I've lost confidence after that. I'm like, okay, not interested. And part of that is because I want it now. They said I was going to get it now. I want it now. I'm the worst person to market to because I'm so good at marketing myself. I'm terrible. With that, if it says now, I have to get it now. But let's just say you don't. Let's just say you're going to make them wait, which I don't advise, but maybe you do. You can choose right after previous step, wait a number of days, or execute on a specific date, which could be useful if you have a time-saving offer. Okay, so we're not going to edit. We're not going to edit the time. Okay, so let me go back to it. Okay, you can also choose like the time of the day. Your title goes in here. You can choose the recipients. I go into that, on another tutorial, because that's, a whole different thing. But here we want to go into the email content. So this is where Kartra is really good. Okay, now don't forget, the people that have scripted these emails, the people that have written these emails are some of the world's best marketers. This particular campaign was written by Frank Kern. Frank Kern has sold like billions of pounds, yeah? And one of the things I love about Frank Kern is billions of pounds worth of products, digital products. One of the things I love about Frank Kern is that he's really not up himself. He is like, his first website was selling like information on dog directories, I think. That was his first website. So he's someone who's been in the game since like he was young. He's done the sort of same things I've done, where I've built my businesses up like the old way before any of this happened. And this is why people, I think, like him and me, get so excited about Kartra, because we know how hard it is if you have to do it all manually, and this just makes it a dream. But what's important in this email that he's scripted is all of those 4 steps that I talked to you about earlier, about making your offer, your pain points, your reasons why. And that's very easy to understand when I break it down in a diagram like that. But then if I say, okay, now go and write the email, that corresponds to those 4 points, you're going to be like, where do I start? Maybe not. If you're not, where do I start? Then email me, info@digiteachonline.com. You can come and work on my marketing team. But if you aren't, then this is great. So, for example, you can, and this is like, you can just change all of this. So let's just change this. Bear with me. Okay, so here we go. So dear blah, blah, blah. For the next 4 days, you can get, and in there, this is where it makes it really easy. You can get, and then you insert the product name. Let me just blow this up a little bit so you can see it. Okay, you can get product blah, blah, blah for half off. Here's where you can grab your copy for half off. Okay, straight away you're making the offer, but then as you go through the email, it's telling you the other things. I'm holding this special sale as a way to say thank you, so the reason why. But actually I'm holding this special sale as a way to say thank you to all the people who read this email newsletter is a little bit lame. I would definitely think of something better there. Okay, again, don't forget, this is like the formula. This is the skeleton. Now you have to add your own zest into it, okay? Here's where you can grab your copy and say 50%. Now, one thing I will say, right, from doing sales, I have always been involved in sales, and you might read this and think, okay, so you've made the offer. I think they make it 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. 3 times in the email. You might think, if you're looking at this, you might think, wow, 3 times. Let me tell you something. This is how it works with the brain psychology in sales. Now, I know this because years and years ago when I was young, I used to sell very expensive wine in France to French people, literally before it had even been picked off the vines, okay? And the wine was that expensive. When I was doing my training there, I was trained to expect 3 no's when you're selling. When you make the offer, no. And they're going to say no because, and they have a reason why. So you automatically have to think, they might say this, so I'm going to say that. Then you make the offer again, they're going to decline, they're going to give their reason, you're going to come back. The same thing with the third one. This is why in this email, Frank Kern, who's a world-renowned marketer, this is why he's done this, because he knows, like me, that people always refuse 3 times. It's standard. This isn't pushy, because you're qualifying all the time the reason why they need to have this product. And if you've deeply thought and gone through the other steps that we did in the other diagram, the first thing, the strategy, the part of the strategy session there, you will then know and have confidence in what you're saying is correct and holds brevity, holds weight, because that is basically what sells. Okay, so everything in here, you can obviously, you can actually, you can change all of this, look, you can change all of this. You can put in what you want, and change the word in what you want. So that is how easy it is to set up the email. There is obviously, you can put the timer thing down the bottom if you want to. I do that, not always, but I do quite like it. But again, when you're going to do something with a timed offer, make sure that it's real and that timed offer just isn't always there on the page. If it's a one-off offer and they're not going to get it after this time, then make sure you keep to it. It's important. Okay, so let's just say you've written all of these emails, or you've filled in basically all these emails. You don't have to worry about coding it or sticking it all together, because look, Kartra have done that really easily for you. You literally then go done and exit. You press on done and exit, and that is it. Job done. It's literally there, ready to go. It's literally ready to go, and it's all set up. And So that is basically, I tried to keep that to 20 minutes, but I've gone to 30 because there's just so much in it. And it's just so good. It's so easy. So this is basically how you can do 40K in 40 days. Now, let's also talk a little bit about where does the 40K come from? So if you're an online teacher, a coach, or someone like that, you can have a program that's 997. If you're a tutor or a teacher, you can do 10 sessions that people pay for in a block. For my online English language school, I have a membership system because I'm doing other things as well. And I pre-record all of my lessons. I put it into my membership site and, it's there and it's all set on automation. That is also done all through Kartra. However, they pay for 10 weeks at a time. So it's 3 months basically. So I automatically get a lump sum for those 3 months. Okay. You can also sell something low ticket like a workbook. I have workbooks at $27, $37. That is also really, really great. Now, in another tutorial, I do talk about building out your product suite, so your digital product suite. So I like to have a range of different products. It's not always about upselling and downselling. It's not like get someone in on a freebie or something really cheap because then you want to sell them something really expensive. It generally doesn't work like that. People generally aren't going to buy something for $27 and then buy something for $1,500. People just don't work like that. Mentally, it doesn't work like that. Well, the reason why I do it is because, one, I'm passionate about what I'm doing and I'm actually a bit of a digital diva. I love creating stuff digitally, and because you can do it all from home by yourself, you don't have to rely on anyone today. If you look at that picture, you can see I've got someone there sitting at another desk. That is actually one of Craig David's original producers, and he worked on my albums that I was selling for Baguette the Bilingual Bear, which is a brand that I own. However, I only had to use them for that because I don't have a recording studio. But everything else to do with the brand, I've created myself. So all of the books, all of the clothing, absolutely everything, all of the homeware, everything is stuff that I've created myself. I've been able to do it all myself. All of my courses done and sold all myself through Kartra. All of my workbooks done and sold by myself and through Kartra. So I use Kartra obviously to make it all happen, but I sell everything from my own website. Baguette Bear has his own website. For all of my coachpreneurs, teacherpreneurs, digitalpreneurs, they all have their own website. It's all done through Kartra. I can't stress enough how useful Kartra is if you really want to be an entrepreneur, a digitalpreneur, a teacherpreneur. You have to have these no-nonsense, easy to use, non-clunky, quick systems. You can't build businesses and brands if you're spending half of your day on the tech, and you can't build businesses and brands from nothing if that tech that makes it easy is costing you hundreds a month. Kartra doesn't. It's really, really affordable. But more importantly than that, you have to have the strategy. So this is where we started and this is where we're going to end. I hope it's been really, really useful for you. I find so many people really gatekeep on YouTube. I end up watching stuff, in the past for hours and I'm like, just tell me how to do it. So hopefully that has helped you. As I said, I'm going to leave a link to Kartra down below because it is amazing. Now, obviously, Kartra being the amazing system that it is, if anybody uses my affiliate link, I know exactly who you are. I have your email address and I know which country you're from and all the rest of it. And I will email you and say, hey, thanks for using my code. Here are some super bonuses for you that only my affiliates get. So if that is useful to you, whether it's to sell your own products or to sell someone else's. And if you want to get involved in affiliate marketing and you don't want to sell your own products, let's just say you want to earn some money online and you don't want to create your own products and things like I have done, then just go to my website, digiteachonline.com, scroll down, and I have a complete affiliate center. So you can earn income from selling any of my products, any of my books, any of my courses, any of my programs, and you don't even have to create them yourself. So there you go. Anyway, that is it from me, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Any questions, drop it down below. And yeah, I'll get back to you. Take care. Goodbye.